So I got an accounting degree, then I went back to get my MBA and got an MBA in finance, and I wouldn't trade that educational experience for anything. It was, I loved my time as a graduate student in Bloomington, and enjoyed getting my MBA, and then I had the opportunity to go to work at Lilly and was a financial analyst, and I learned so much about the company and how value is derived. My first job out of college was doing financial analysis for a business development group that supported the diabetes and human growth hormone business of the company. And those, I mean to bore into a lot of detail here, but when I started, the insulin and human growth hormone and those kinds of proteins are delivered via injection. And when I started, there were some interesting technologies that were out there to deliver those proteins in ways other than injection. So to breathe them in through the lungs, or maybe even distill it down to a pill and have it go into your digestive system. I mean, obviously, if there'd be a breakthrough on that kind of technology, it would be a dramatic step forward than having to take an injection. So I got to learn about these new entrepreneurial companies that were doing that kind of work. I was able to deeply learn about the science and technology associated with those businesses, and the enormous difficulty of being able to deliver a protein other than directly into the bloodstream. And so I was able to go in and think about how to do financial modeling with a better understanding of the science, the risks associated with it, and you develop, NPV analyses of different business development deals Lilly could engage in, buying the technology, for example, buying the company, and infusing capital into it to further develop the technology. I had the opportunity to do the financial analysis out of that. So it was an extraordinary learning experience where I got in to really understand the business. A real pivotal point for me in my financial career at Lilly, I had the opportunity then to go work in a division called Investor Relations. And that is the group that is the interface between the company and the institutional investor community, Wall Street, for a lack of a better term. And so that was an unbelievable opportunity for me to more deeply learn about the business, understand what key shareholders, what their perspectives were, how they drew opinions, made investment decisions about whether or not to buy our stock or not. It was just a great way for me to learn the business and then translate that into, communications to this very influential group of people. That was a real pivotal moment in my career at Lilly Company as a financial person. And then after that, then I moved into corporate affairs and ran our media relations group for a brief period of time, and then transitioned to run corporate social responsibility. Part of my job in CSR was to manage the company's foundation. So having my financial background to do that, to invest the financial resources, but also the broader experiences that I had in the government and elsewhere, made that a natural fit for me. So my financial education opened the door. I would have never, ever gotten a job at a company like Lilly if I didn't get an MBA from a really good school like IU, and then my financial concentration allowed me to get a job in the financial component that opened up a lot of doors for me.